What's up, mortals? This is Montre Bible. Yes, that's my real last name. And I am going to just kind of tell you what's going on in the news right now. I've been trying to avoid talking about this guy, or girl, trans girl. Dylan Mulvaney. Man, Dylan Mulvaney has been in the news for about a year. Started out as a dude, now as a trans girl, and pretty much blew up on TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I try to avoid it, but somehow those videos still make their way in my feed, and the algorithm just keeps showing them to me. So, Dylan Mulvaney is the new trans girl on the scene that everybody's talking about. Not because so much that Dylan's actually doing anything, but Dylan's a kind of a caricature. If you don't know who Dylan Mulvaney is, just you watching this video the algorithm will probably throw stuff at you. If you do, then I'm just being redundant. You already know. You already know the deal. But anyways, Dylan Mulvaney is just this real caricature of what a woman is, or a clown. I'm not quite sure. I'm trying not to be mean, but Dylan Mulvaney is just an interesting character. Even as a gay man, previously, I see him as a more flamboyant, and just kind of like one of those gays that would be like all over the place, But that's pretty, that's not unusual. I think it's pretty typical. And I'm always saying Dylan Mulvaney reminds me of the gay twink that saw his expiration and decided to reinvent himself. But now that Dylan Mulvaney is a trans girl, everything has changed. And about a year, less than a year, really, not only did her TikTok blow up, but it's been like the talking point for so many people about whether Dylan is actually authentic, or is this just an act? And I mean, don't hate the player, hate the game. I mean, Dylan is getting that paper, getting those sponsorships, but I think this is what's making people upset, because most of the sponsorships are the brands that she is getting, are things that are related to women and women things. And while trans women want to be perceived as women, a lot of these things don't have anything to do with trans women in particular, or the gay community at all. So Dylan got a sponsorship by Tampax tampons, and all Dylan does is just talk about it and make some kind of video about it. And I guess the controversy is enough where people, I guess all news, bad news is good news, all public, what does it say? All promotion is still good promotion, even if it's bad promotion. So people just gets people talking. So that was the first thing Dylan made a lot of people mad about. A lot of women were offended that Dylan had got a Tampax ad. Well, not an ad. She was branding Tampax tampons, but Dylan is a trans girl, will never use tampons. But Dylan was like, okay, well, I'm just going to pass them out. As if women need somebody to pass out tampons to them. But that's neither here or there. Then what else did Dylan get? Oh, so recently Dylan got a Bud Light promotion. And Dylan doesn't even drink Bud Light. You can kind of tell. This is Dylan right here. This little skinny little something got a Bud Light promotion and did a little promo about Bud Light on TikTok, or I think Instagram. I don't follow Dylan, but like I said, the algorithm just keeps pushing it. I'm like, how is this even possible that someone in 1 year can blow up. Dylan went to go talk to the president about trans issues. Hasn't even been trans that long. But got to talk to good old Joe Biden about the struggles of being trans. What's your struggle, Dylan? You're making money, making tons of money. You looks like you're being rewarded. Where was the struggle at? Other than the normal struggle of being a social media influencer. That's it, but that's anybody who gets famous on TikTok, you know? This latest one is Nike Women. Okay, so Nike has given Dylan this brand deal to promote Nike sportswear. So this is what Dylan's wearing. This is all this Nike wear. Well, people are all up in an uproar, and now the black folks is mad. So I found this article via Black Planet. Like, yes, people still go there, but I check it every now and then just to see what the brothers and sisters is talking about. Well, talking about Dylan Mulvaney. And here's the headline: How Nike has abandoned several Olympians, women who do sports, including Simone Biles and Allison Felix, black women, over the treatment of women before their controversial paid partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. Remember, Simone Biles, Allison Felix started talking about how, what was the story? That it was kind of like sexual misconduct in the sports arena, or when they were, getting ready to perform. So I guess Nike dropped them. Also, I remember during the Olympics when was it Simone? She said she wasn't feeling good. And a lot of people gave her a lot of hell about that she didn't want to perform because she wasn't feeling good or something. I don't know if you guys can remember that. Somebody refresh my memory of what exactly happened in the comments, because that was a while back. But I remember everybody giving her hell about that. Well, that they kind of swept it under the rug. She lost sponsorships, and we haven't heard from these women since. So let me read this article. Nike's partnership with wildly popular transgender TikTok influencer to promote its women's wear line has raised eyebrows, given that several female Olympians ditched the brand over its alleged treatment of women. Dylan Mulvaney, 26, who transitioned from male to female beginning in March 2021 and documented her experience on social media, has won a legion of fans and an invite to meet Joe Biden at the White House. I remember that. Reportedly earning $1 million in endorsements so far. $1 million. Can we just look at that? $1 million in endorsements. So, where's the struggle, Dylan? Oh, it amazes me that there's so much I want to say, and I'm holding my tongue. I'm really holding my tongue, y'all. On that, I need a drink. $1 million. I don't think the struggle here, Dylan, is about you being trans. I think the struggle here is how you got this $1 million. There have been people who believe that if they go trans, especially young people, that they're going to get famous like this. And that's not the case. Dylan was already an actor ahead of time. I kind of feel like his agency put her forward and say, hey, do this. I could be wrong. Dylan may be authentically trans, but Dylan is very much a caricature and is still an actor. First and foremost, I will always see Dylan as an actor. But it kind of feels like, if you've seen the videos, I'm not going to play the videos. Like, it's all an act. But hey, if it works, it works. All right. So on Wednesday, Mulvaney posted images of herself on Instagram in what was labeled a paid partnership. The backlash was immediate. with critics including college swim champion Riley Gaines saying the tie-up was disrespectful to women. So a lot of women who are athletes are feeling like this is a slap in the face. And we've seen this several times. Riley Gaines is was the one that was speaking up against trans women competing in sports against biological women because they have an advantage because they were born male. And that was that Leah Thomas kind of fiasco. Because Leah's like 6 foot something, really strong. And for those that don't know, a lot of shady stuff about Leah Thomas's background. Okay, like being really into some dark stuff. Not really cool. I won't go into that. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, you got to check the Riley Gaines, Leah Thomas story where she was offended because Leah Thomas, who was a transgender male to female, was undressing in the locker room and balls everywhere, basically. But they don't play a ball sport. They swim. Anywho, all right. Many reference to Nike's history with female athletes, among them the most decorated gymnast ever, Simone Biles, 10-time Olympic medalist, Allyson Felix, and Colleen Quigley, a 2016 Olympian who competed in the steeplechase. And some pictures on Mulvaney right there. Here's a picture of Allyson Felix, one of America's most celebrated field and track athletes, had a high-profile disagreement with Nike that is now being relitigated in the light of the Mulvaney controversy. So, if you're a woman, a biological woman, and you step out of line, Nike's gonna cut the cords. If you're male to female presenting, then it's all good. We're gonna put you at the top. So I'm gonna put a link to this article. I don't wanna go read the whole thing because who wants to hear me read all day? Here's my 2 cents. I don't have a problem with Mulvaney being trans. I know plenty of trans people. I'm in the gay community. My problem, because even Mulvaney got her face on a Bud Light can. All the straight people going ballistic about this. Okay, that's one of the recent things that a lot of people are talking about. Mulvaney's big old face in rainbows on a Bud Light can. Now, most gay folks is going to be like, oh yeah, that's a win for us. But I don't see that as a win. One, because it's divisive. It's not a win if everybody hates it except for the gay people. Okay, why are we putting rainbows and newly trans women on a Bud Light can? It's not Pride Month. So what I'm seeing here is the commercializing of the LGBT community, and I think that is the most negative thing ever, because they know this. You know what? If we put some rainbows and we put this on here and we say this cartoon character's trans and this one's gay, and we know that these people are going to buy it. So that's why I call commercialism, and what a lot of people are talking about, wokeifying a lot of stuff just for the sales, so they can get your attention, or you can talk about it, or you'll buy this product because we stuck a rainbow on it. And I think it was about maybe 2 years ago, a lot of people in the gay community started talking about this, how this is just commercializing, and it's really watering down the struggle or any issues that LGBT people now experience, or whatever you believe in, or, you know, how we feel about things and different issues. It just makes everything just commercial, you know? And then it's not authentic. Like I said, it's not even June, it is April, and they're already putting rainbows on stuff. And then when we get to June, there's rainbows everywhere. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of looking at rainbows. And that's great for June. I like going to a few Pride events, but this just seems like overkill. And it's for that mighty dollar. It's called good old capitalism. But but here you got this trans girl who is yeah, making $1 million just for wearing female clothing and being brave, I guess, making TikTok videos. But anywho, I don't want to, like I said, don't hate the player, hate the game. But I just want people to realize this is a lot of commercialism, man. This is a lot of commercialism. I don't think Nike really cares about being authentic. I don't think Bud Light really cares about being authentic. They just want that mighty dollar and whoever's going to buy it. Bud Light's pretty much untouchable either way. With Nike, I'm not quite sure. Nike's a pretty big brand. Let's see what else it says. Biles, a 26 gymnast phenomenon, originally signed to Nike in 2015, shortly after she turned professional and won the individual all-around title at the World Championships. I'm so tongue-tied today. She represented Nike at the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, where she won 5 medals, including 4 golds. That is an example. That is a prize example for women, for Black women. I mean, this should be applauded. This should be awarded and rewarded. Her decision in January 2018 to reveal that she too had been sexually abused by a former USA gymnast, Dr. Larry Nassar, saw her emerge as one of the sport's most high-profile campaigners for women's rights. Nassar, the months before, had been sentenced to 60 years in prison for his sexual crimes. Biles in April 2021 announced that she was ending her deal with Nike and was moving to a label that she felt was more supportive of women, Athleta. All right, so this is the one where she says supports women, Athleta. I think they stand up for everything I stand for. I felt like it was just about my achievements. It's what I stood for and how they were going to help me use my voice and be a voice for females and kids. Well, Simone, I haven't heard your voice in quite some time, so I don't know if Athleta is really doing too good. But I know about it now. I feel like they support me not just as an athlete, but just as an individual outside of the gym and the change that I want to create, which is so refreshing. Well, congratulations, Simone. I'm glad that you're getting something done and doing something for women. But yeah, I don't know, guys. With the commercialism of the LGBT community and all that, there's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with the LGBT community, what they're doing now. I'm not going to go into all of that. That's for another time, another video. But a lot of stuff now is just kind of disturbing. I mean, Nike, I don't blame Dylan for taking $1 million. Hey, if Nike offered me $1 million, I am to put my face on it. Bud Light can. I mean, yeah, I would take it. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I blame more of Nike, Bud Light, and whoever for just really taking advantage of the spotlight. And usually they'll do that. If you have like millions of followers, they don't care. They're going to give you a brand deal. Other than me, I guess. I don't know. Because YouTube is like, hey, is this commercial appropriate? I don't know. That's the guy making the commercial. I mean, it's like we can't talk about anything on YouTube because it's not commercial or advertiser appropriate. But, whatever. All right, I'm being a hater. Nah, but yeah. But there's some real problems happen out there to women. And this is actually representative of women and what they're actually going through. And then putting trans women ahead of that and saying this represents women, I don't quite agree with that. That represents trans women, but it's not representative of what women are going through. There's a lot of things that women will go through that trans women won't. So I think that needs to be said. And these women have voices and they've been abused when dealing with men. And looks like they still are. Anyways, give me your 2 cents on what you think about that. Leave a comment below and be sure to subscribe and let me know if this is something you'd like to hear about. And remember, make your reality happen, because if you don't do it, then who will? Peace.